السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. لعله بأسلوبه الشعبي المتواضع وابتساماته المحببة ومواقفه الجريئة وبخطاباته الرنانة المتقنة جذب شرائح واسعة من المجتمع الماليزي. هو وزير الدفاع الماليزي الأستاذ محمد سابو. نتحدث معه اليوم من الداخل عن التحديات التي تواجه ماليزيا داخليا وخارجيا وإقليميا، ولا سيما عن مواجهة الإرهاب ومواقف الحكومة الماليزية الأخيرة المتعلقة بالمنطقة العربية والصراعات المختلفة فيها في حوار من جزئين. معكم زينب صفار، تابعونا. لعل وزير الدفاع الماليزي محمد سابو هو رجل القرارات الجريئة ليس فقط خطابة بل فعلا، وتجلى ذلك عقب مزاولة نشاطه كوزير للدفاع في حكومة الدكتور مهاتير محمد، حيث أعلن أن الحكومة اتخذت قراراً بسحب قواتها المنتشرة سابقاً في السعودية وإعادتها إلى البلاد خلال وقت قريب، وأن وجود هذه القوات الماليزية في السعودية حيث تم نشرها هناك من قبل الحكومة السابقة بهدف المساعدة في إجلاء المواطنين الماليزيين من اليمن، جعل بلاده متورطة بصورة غير مباشرة في الحرب اليمنية. الوزير محمد سابو أشار إلى أن ماليزيا متمسكة بمبدأ الحياد في سياستها الخارجية، كما تسعى إلى الحفاظ على العلاقات الدبلوماسية مع كل الدول العربية بما في ذلك السعودية واليمن والعراق وسوريا، ولا تريد أن تكون جزءا من النزاع بين السعودية والبلدان المجاورة لها. وزير الدفاع الماليزي محمد سابو المؤسس والرئيس لحزب أمانة ضمن تحالف باكاتان هارابان بقيادة رئيس وزراء ماليزيا مهاتير محمد يطلعنا من الداخل على بعض من قراراته الجريئة وخلفيات ذلك، ويكشف جوانب من شخصيته المحببة والقريبة من الشعب.
Malaysia, since independent, we practice the neutrality. We don't want to, especially after we have a confrontation with Indonesia. Then our late Prime Minister Tun Abdul Razak, he played the role of the Malaysia as Zofan, zone of peace and neutrality. Mm-hmm. We send our army to other countries only under United Nations. We sent to Congo. We sent to Somalia. To Lebanon? To Lebanon, yes. Now so part of the UNIFIL. Malbat, nearly 800 of them. And we sent to border between Iran and Iraq, Kuwait and Iraq, all under United Nations. We can send our army to help under United Nations to maintain the peace. But in Saudi Arabia, they have war with Yemen. We are not against Yemen or against Saudi, support Yemen or support Saudi. We don't want to involve in neighbor country conflict. In Muslim, in Muslim. Arab. So also. They don't approve, not approved by United Nations. So when I become a defense minister, I suggested to Prime Minister, why don't we withdraw our army from there? So Prime Minister says it's okay, because it's not under United Nations and also not by cabinet approval at that time. We want to have a close relation with Saudi Arabia because this very important country, Mecca, Medina is there, very rich country.
They are the guardians of the holy sites. Yes.
So we want to close relation with them, not we withdraw the army from there that we going to cut relation with Saudi Arabia. No, we want to have a good relation, but we want to maintain our
and
neutrality.
It's a leading power in the Arab world.
Malaysia is very respected by the Muslim country,
right.
especially under Tun Mahathir time, you know. So now he come back, so he is very brave to talk about Palestine in the United Nations. He talk about Myanmar direct in front of Aung San Suu Kyi. So Mahathir he talk and he want to practice. That's why we withdraw our army from Yemen. Then people start to think. Then other countries also now start to draw because the disaster in Yemen is very bad. Famine there.
Exactly.
More than 850,000. The young children below 5 years now going to death. If the new
every 10 minutes there's a child dying in Yemen.
So this is a very bad situation because the clash between the
and millions of
Muslim.
people are, you know, facing famine and coercive starvation. But how did the people in Malaysia, in your country, welcome such a decision?
Before they cannot understand, but now they start to understand when the European Parliament also, even in UK Parliament, in France Parliament, even in American Congress.
Of course.
They voted majority to ask the government stop aiding the coalition of Arab who fight in Yemen. So now people start to understand.
This is something that we need to understand here, sir, is that, you know, this year is the 4th year into the Saudi-led coalition war against Yemen. But, you know, how one journalist's death provoked a backlash that thousands dead in Yemen, almost 42,000 people and more, did not. Psychologists have repeatedly found that people experience a greater emotional reaction to one death than to many, even if the circumstances are identical. Perversely, the more victims, the less sympathy that people feel. Why do you believe, Your Excellency, that the collective punishment imposed on Yemen is not or was not so well addressed?
The media is the new god. The propaganda is very important. The war in Syria. Everybody talk about war in Syria. They try to portray that this between the mazhab, the sectarian war. So they try to play this issue, this propaganda. So Malaysian Muslims who believe that there is a sectarian issue. But in Yemen, people keep quiet because the propaganda is belong to, of course,
yes, we know.
His control, especially Middle East country. Until the disaster, famine happened in Yemen, people start to realize. Actually, this propaganda, this before, this control by whom? After the person killed in
Khashoggi, yes,
in
Istanbul, the Saudi embassy in Istanbul.
That is okay, because people start to know what happened actually in Yemen, in the Arab country especially.
Yes.
So this is a very good lesson for the Muslim, that the mind is controlled by somebody. They're not freedom at all to know what is happening in the world. At least we have a different idea to portray something.
Yes, Al-Mayadeen as a pan-Arab TV channel is trying our best to divulge and tell the reality as it is. Malaysian Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad is adopting policies, according to observers, anti-corruption measures as well as statements that could reshape the Southeast nations' relations with powerful Gulf states. And by powerful Gulf states, we mean Saudi Arabia and the UAE. To what extent is the return of Mahathir Mohamad to power in Malaysia sparking concerns among powerful Gulf states, and why?
We have ASEAN, 10 countries in ASEAN.
Yes, ASEAN.
Only 3 countries are Muslim majority. But we can have a meeting, we can work together, we can have a resolution. Yeah, we have different with Myanmar, but we can talk to them. We can argue with them. But the Arab country, one religion, one race, but they cannot have a meeting, proper meeting. They call this war each other. So we hope that Arab leader and Arab country to look at the at the West, to Malaysia, to Southeast Asia, to ASEAN, they must learn how to work together. That this Mahathir Mohamad, our Prime Minister, that's why in Arab world they very praise him, his leadership, because we talk and we practice.
Exactly, especially when you talk about your support to the Palestinian cause.
Yeah, we have different idea in Southeast Asia, like in Singapore, everything. But we still can talk and negotiate to find a solution. We hope that the Arab, the Muslim, the same language, they must practice that. If they don't know, they come and learn to the ASEAN. How we can practice very good cooperation.
Yes, you stand up to your words.
Saudi and Qatar, I don't say that who's wrong, who's right, but the border country, they must find a way how to solve the problem.
Neighboring ties, of course, yes. Allow me, sir, to stop you for a short break, and then afterwards we're going to detail a bit more about محمد سابو, the person.
Okay, thank you very
إذا
much.
فاصل قصير ونعود، لا تذهبوا بعيدا. في ظل الحديث عن طرق الحرير، حيث يرى الخبراء أنه ليس هنالك طريق حرير واحد، لأن هذا المفهوم قد توسع ليتضمن دولا واسعة في صراع السيطرة على البحار والمضائق والممرات والمداخل. محمد سابو وزير الدفاع الماليزي، ما الذي يقوله عن موقع ماليزيا عند تقاطع طرق الحرير الجديدة التي تواجه صراع استراتيجيا كبيرا بين القوى العظمى؟
قل اللهم مالك الملك. The power is changed from Namrud time to Pharaoh. Then after that go to Rome. After Rome, Muslim power. Now European and America. We cannot avoid that. Chinese will become the new power.
Exactly.
The new power, because they're growing in economy.
But the Americans can't tolerate that.
Yeah, so that's why we have to engage with them. We have to engage. Of course, the behavior of the superpower, they want to dominate either the Western power, American power, or now the China. We have to engage them. They want to build the Silk Road. Of course, Silk Road, I think the road, all this touch all the Muslim country. We hope that all the Muslim country can benefit if they negotiate to talk with China, because the new power will emerge. We can see that Chinese now, another 3-4 years, 400 million, they are ready to travel throughout the world. The effort to travel. They have a lot of money now. So now they try to build their military power, of course, at the same time economic power. We have to engage with them. We have to talk to them. Don't behave like the superpower before. We colonial us and come to take put on order to us. But we hope China don't repeat the mistake of the superpower before.
Of the other superpowers.
But we have to engage with them. Now Malaysia, of course, the behavior superpower, they want to control everything. The project, the money, everything. But we have to direct to say to them. So that's my opinion about the emergence of Chinese power.
Of the Silk Road.
Because they will become the new power.
Right. Now, there are many stances that you have taken, sir, since you assumed office as the defense minister. For example, you asked on your party members, on the Amana members, to stop the politics of patronage that has become cancerous in national politics inside Malaysia. How has such kind of politics negatively affect Malaysia before and still does?
Yeah, political patronage. It's like the project, all everything to the certain people only. We want to stop that.
Nepotism.
Nepotism. So we try to practice the open tender. We want who's qualified to get the project. Of course, it's very hard, but we have to try. We talk about money matters. It's easy to talk, but it's very hard to practice.
Yeah.
Myself, with my salary, with my allowance, I think I can survive.
Everyone says that Sabo leads a humble life.
Why don't I have to have $1 million of million of ringgit for what? Because now I travel everything by the government. This is a government house. After I finish my job, I go back to my small house in Shah Alam or my small house in Penang.
Yes.
So why we become minister? We must show that we are rich.
Yes.
I think that is a wrong concept for the Ummah.
Right.
Before.
Allow me to let the people know more about Mat Sabo, is that you often drew huge crowds throughout the country with speeches on hot topics, controversies and jokes relating to local politics. What's the latest joke in politics?
The latest joke, I don't know the latest joke, but the latest phrase that I mentioned,
yes,
we don't want that like Al-Quran revealed in Mecca, read in Malaysia, implement in Japan.
In Japan, yes.
I want
to implement the teachings of the Quran.
Read in Malaysia and implement in Malaysia.
Yes.
The foremost is behavior, Islamic behavior.
Sure.
Like anti-corruption, dignity. That's in Japan, you know, very corruption is very less, very clean. That is Islamic behavior. But you can
and there
go
is
to Islamic
respect
country.
of each other.
I can see now it's happened like very clean, like in Turkey, in of course in Iran, and other countries still not changed yet. But I can see that in Turkey the changes to Islamic behavior, I think for the future is very, very good. We hope that Turkey, Iran, Pakistan, of course Malaysia, Indonesia,
they follow the same
they can
track.
Change the Muslim world for the future.
Inshallah. Now, you are also known, sir, for your public speaking, oratory abilities, for being a good cook, and also for your precious smile, which is very apparent and clear, for also being humble, and for your humility in serving the people. What and when was the best speech that you have ever delivered, and what was the occasion?
I'm the best speech when I delivered together with Tun Mahathir Mohamad.
Yes.
How I praise him, how I criticize him in front of him, and he's laughing, and he's why I support Mahathir Mohamad. Last time he was 2 times he jailed me, put in jail for 2 times under Internal Security Act. But now we work together because we have to unite for the nation.
Sure.
Then he's brave in the international arena. He can criticize Jew, he can criticize America and Europe. Then, of course, his time, the economic progress, growth rate until 10%, 9 to 10% growth rate. Now we are at 4.5. So we have to crawl back under Mahathir leadership. I think he can do that. Of course, there are so many criticize everything, but we can do.
Since you mentioned the criticism of Israel, what can you say to the Palestinian people today, to this ongoing movement of resistance that has proven that the Palestinians can never get what they want except through resistance?
Yeah, now they start the resistance. Of course, now Israel asks the Hamas or the Palestinian people to have called this ceasefire. That means if they keep on resisting, Israel cannot stay there. Even today, Netanyahu said, if America left the Middle East, we have to fight ourselves. That means they...
Because of the decision of Trump to leave Syria.
Because of the resistant people, especially from the Palestinian people, now I think they're going to have a success for the future.
Do you still have time to cook?
Yes, I have time.
What's your favorite dish?
Of course, Malaysian curry.
Malaysian curry, yes.
And my friend will know lamb or something, fish.
Yes, yes.
But it's simple cook. It's not the modern time.
Right. Is there anything else you would like to add, sir? You would like to deliver a message to the people in the Arab world?
I think please, we don't go to the sectarian because it's very dangerous and not benefit from us. If because sectarian is very easy to influence people, but we must look at the truth, at the struggle, who fight for the right and wrong. It's not to the sectarian. In Malaysia, there are race. I said non-Muslim or Chinese. We cannot support them because they're different race. In Arab country, they are also sectarian. Oh, this is Sunni, this is Shia, this is Hawati. This is, if they keep on talk about sectarian, then Muslim we cannot rise.
Sectarian, ethnic, denominational, all these kinds of divisions.
I try to close with Turkey. I also want to close with Iran. I also want to have a close with Saudi Arabia, with Pakistan, because we are Muslim Ummah.
Exactly.
If we talk about sectarian, then of course our enemy will win.
Right.
This is very important for us.
Sir, many thanks indeed, Haji Muhammad bin Saabu, Mat Saabu, Malaysian Defense Minister and founding president of Amana Party. Many thanks indeed for joining us from your offices, from your home actually in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia.
Thank you very much.
Always welcome.
Send my salam to all your viewers.
وعليكم السلام وعليكم السلام. إذن اللقاء يتجدد في الأسبوع المقبل مع ضيف جديد وقضية جديدة ودائما من الداخل. للمزيد من التواصل بريدنا @insight@الميادين.net وصفحتنا على الفيسبوك من الداخل من كل فريق عمل برنامج من كل الميادين من العاصمة الماليزية كوالالمبور. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.